The gal in the garden, the her in the hedges, the female in the flowers, the lady in the lawn, the maiden in the mulch, the girl in the green, the bitch in the blades, the frau in the field, the broad in the bushes, the woman in the yard, 2025. Y'all ever see Monsters in the 90s, that TV show they played late at night before Star Trek The Next Generation? That's Blumhouse for me. I know it's going to be some goofy shit, but I like ghouls and they're usually short, so fine, take my money. That's what I was expecting going in to The Woman in the Yard. Can we just give them a Cryptkeeper already? Like David Howard Thornton from Terrifier. Make him the Blumhouse Cryptkeeper. Make it a thing. You know what I appreciate? Being direct. What's it called? The Woman in the Yard. What's on the poster? The Woman in the Yard. What's in the trailer? The Woman in the Yard. What's it about? Boy, they do not tell you here. I'll tell you after the bump, but let me try to do a spoiler-free take first. It's short and a lot of it works. For the most part, it's a family in a house and a woman in a yard. Whenever I watch a horror movie, I start thinking of, well, you could, and they do a great job pacing it to where they shut every door you're looking to run to. Ooh, use your cell phone. Cell phone's dead. Well, you need to charge it. Power's out. Well, you get in the car. The car's busted. Well, what about using the car to charge the phone? Well, that doesn't work either. Well, I could run for it, right? Nah, the leg's broken because you were in a car accident and that's why the car is busted. It is perfect in sealing this family in this situation to where they're in a house in the middle of nowhere and there's a woman sitting outside of it. And even when you start to get the things like, well, I mean, surely living out in the middle of nowhere, they got a gun. They establish up front there's only one bullet. I was shocked to see the director here. This is from the same guy that brought you The Commuter, Black Adam, Jungle Cruise, Orphan. And if you're going, the same guy directed all of that, I didn't know either. If this was a band and those were records, it would be King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard. Like there's no through line here. Spoiler-free review, 3 stars, 88 minutes. I mean, come on, man. 60 of them are pretty decent. You're just sitting there trying to figure out how you'd get out of the house. You're watching the family not get out of the house. You're watching the woman in the yard. She's spooky as all get out. I mean, that's what you're there for, right? Spoiler break. I had to Google how to navigate this because I know there are some words that you can say on YouTube that get your account flagged or banned, and I certainly didn't want to do that. I also certainly didn't think that I would be having to navigate this so soon in my YouTube, and especially for a Blumhouse movie called The Woman in the Yard, but here we are. The message at the end of this movie, and I hope there isn't one, but if there is, the message of the movie is, if there's a voice in your head saying, you know, maybe things would be better if you were just... This movie says,
do it! Just do it!
And no, I don't stand by that. To put this movie out at all with the ending that it has is pretty reckless. But in 2025, The Woman in the Yard is a physical manifestation of the mother's depression. If it's a mind movie and we're doing a fight club and she's in her head, it doesn't make a lot of sense that the rest of her family can see it. So then we're forced to deal with a world in which, again, your depression can physically manifest itself, reveal your secrets to your family, reveal your sad impulses, things that you try to keep buried inside, in a way to kind of force you into a situation in which you unalive yourself. It's rough. So rough, in fact, that in the middle of the credits, they stop and they show the number that you should call if you ever are having sort of ideations or things like that. That's how heavy-handed the end of this movie hits. That's why they need a Cryptkeeper. Because if you had a Cryptkeeper after that bump at the end of the movie that ends on such a heavy note, you know, he's the one on the other end of the hotline. He's just like, do it. You know, I think that would be a better way to leave a movie theater. Anyway, that's not gonna go well. I don't know. I hope I didn't just get flagged. Anyway, 3 stars. Not the worst movie that came out this week. If you liked what you heard, or you want to discuss, the physical manifestation of your depression, hit me up in the comments below. Love to talk about it. Till next time.